Here's an easy, fun hack that you can do in about 15 minutes and for less than $20. The only required components for this project are wire, wire clippers, switches, and tape, preferably electrical tape. I used a hot glue gun, component testers, and a soldering iron, but they aren't required. Remember to wear your mask if you're going to solder. There are two basic types of switches. Normally open switches will activate the circuit when pressed. Normally closed switches will activate the circuit when released. I used one of these. I also used component testers with alligator clips on the ends. Open up one of those singing greeting cards and scavenge the circuit board and speaker from inside. Remove the plastic bit to activate the circuit.
Tequila.
Then pull one of the metal contacts away to deactivate it. I clipped a 330 ohm resistor into my component testers and activated the circuit by touching the leads to the metal contact points. This slowed down the audio and dropped the pitch. You can experiment with resistors and capacitors to see what types of sounds you get. Solder a short segment of wire to one of the metal contacts on the circuit. Then solder your resistor, capacitor, or other component to this wire. If you don't have another component, just skip this step and use a long wire instead of a short wire segment. Then solder your wire to one end of the switch. If you're not using the soldering iron, you can use electrical tape, but it's not guaranteed to stick. The other metal contact point on the circuit board wouldn't accept solder, so I crimped the wire to it and hot glued it in place. The normally closed switch activates the circuit when released. If I had used a normally open switch, it would activate when pressed. With the resistor in place, you can hear that the audio is slowed and also quieter. Tape the switch down while you mount the components with hot glue or tape. I mounted mine in the cutlery drawer, so I know when my roommate is getting a snack.